It seems like most of us are building a business after we work a 9 to 5. How many of you are in that same position? Drop it in the chat and say building after not after 5. Building after 5. If you are a married woman who has a 9 to 5 and you're also working on building your business, let me know why you started in the chat. What was your reasoning? I want to tell you my reasoning, and it comes from Ecclesiastes 11:6. And in the New King James Version, it says, "In the morning, sow your seed, and in the evening, do not withhold your hand, for you do not know which will prosper, either this or that, or whether both alike will be good." That is really, really powerful. And I think when 2020 hit, when the pandemic hit in 2020, I think that gave a lot of us a perspective that we hadn't thought about. So the whole point is a lot of people talk about multiple streams of having multiple streams of income. And that is perfectly fine. Some people don't want another job. But what I learned in the pandemic is you are, some of us aren't safe in the jobs that we have. As a nurse, a lot of companies, hospitals, facilities wanted us to take the COVID vaccine in order to keep our jobs. And for me, I didn't feel that was right. Like, how are you going to push something on me that it just came about, but you want me to take a vaccine? So, did you know about this vaccine all along? I digress. That's another story. But in that, a lot of people were fired because they didn't take the shot or they wouldn't get the shot. And that just showed how corporate America can fire you at the drop of a dime for whatever their reasoning is, right? But if we follow the instructions in the Bible, according to Ecclesiastes 11:6, we should have something else on the side anyway. We should be building something on the side for our families because we don't know what's going to happen with the first one. And I'm not saying don't get a job or quit your job. I am not saying that. I am saying build something on the side that will sustain as well. And maybe you'll transition, maybe you'll end up liking it and transition full time into business. So for me, that is what I'm doing. That's my goal. My goal is building a business where I am helping other women to um, figure out their purpose and their passion in life, and where it was once filled with chaos and overwhelm, I help to ease that and help to transition them into a life of peace and helping them to manage their lives a bit better, right? So just mentoring a little bit. But also, I'm in the finance space as well, helping people with their finances, getting them on track for that. So I said all that to say, what are you doing? Are you someone who is looking to build something, or are you just content with your 9 to 5? Either way, drop it in the chat. Put I'm working, I'm building, or I'm 9 to 5. I see that. That's cool. That's cool. Look, the whole purpose of this is my interpretation of what the Lord was saying, right? And I'm getting to my notes. Give me 1 second. Oh Lord, where did it go? Okay, so he's saying, sow your seed, right? In the morning. So that's where you are at your job, your 9 to 5, whatever place of business you are, and you give it your best, right? And in the evening, when you have time, instead of being distracted by social media, being distracted by the television, Netflix, Hulu, all those things, then put time aside to work on your business, whatever it is. Maybe it's, you know, business plan. Maybe you're looking for business funding, but whatever it is, that is the time where you can start putting in the work to build up the business. So not having to quit, but also preparing. So if you do, once you do launch and things like that, you can quit if that's your desire. But now you have two things that you're working on, right? So it's going to it's going to keep you with a steady paycheck, but then you'll be building something on the side as well. So I think this is really, really good for people who, sometimes you may be a little bit fearful, or you just hear everybody like, oh, I'm building a business or I'm doing this. And you may not even feel like it, or you may not realize, why should I give up my 9 to 5? Why should I build something after my 9 to 5? I'm already tired. And I completely understand. After my shift, I've been at work since 6 o'clock this morning, and then get off and then beat traffic to get on here because I want to build a community and teach people things. It is a little it is a little bit challenging, but if you don't put in the work, you don't get the results. So sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit of time, sacrifice or just reprioritizing things. And I think that's one of the biggest things that we can also learn in that prioritization, putting things in place. What you want to get accomplished, when you're going to get it accomplished, put dates to it. Because if you just say you want to do it and you don't put a date to it, you don't put a plan to it, it may never come to fruition, right? So I want you to put in the chat what you plan on doing. Do you plan on building something, or do you plan on just chilling? Staying in your 9 to 5. Said, girl, 9 to 5 is good for me. I don't need nothing else. And I also want you to like, subscribe, and share this video if this helped you. And if there's something that you would like to hear more about that I have not talked about in any of the other videos, please drop it in the comments. Say, Shima, I want to know more about, how you deal with toddler, parenting with toddlers, or parenting young adults, parenting teenagers. I have 2 kids, and this is another side note, 19 and 26, two different age groups, right? But if whatever you need, like, I am here to serve you. I'm here to help you so that we can live our best lives while we're on this planet. Okay. So have an amazing day, and we will see each other tomorrow. Bye.